There are stories you forget the moment they end. And then there are stories that quietly change the way you look at people. Not because they're loud or graphic, but because they feel real. This is one of those stories. I used to think confession meant regret. That when someone admitted something terrible, it was because guilt finally broke them. I don't think that anymore, because of what I found. Late one night, I stumbled onto an anonymous forum that wasn't supposed to exist anymore. No name, no logo. Just a black screen and a warning at the top. Nothing here can be taken back. Most posts were obvious fiction. Then I saw one that didn't try to be dramatic. Just one sentence, I don't regret it. No explanation, no replies, no emotion. That calmness bothered me more than anything else. I kept reading. Another post claimed the writer was driving late at night on an empty road. Something stepped into their headlights. They didn't describe the impact. They just said they felt it and kept driving. What disturbed me wasn't the act, it was what came after. They wrote about going back to that road for years, standing there waiting, timing how long it took before fear faded. They ended with one question. If guilt fades, does that mean I'm healing or that something inside me is gone? Another confession came from someone working night shifts in a care facility. At first it sounded like exhaustion, complaints, burnout. Then the wording changed. They stopped calling things accidents. They started calling them choices. Moments where they could have acted faster and didn't. They justified it calmly. They weren't getting better. I was only speeding things up. The post ended with one line, I sleep better now. By then, I wasn't reading out of curiosity. I was reading because I needed to know how far it went. That's when I found a post about a family member who disappeared years ago. No names, no details. Just this. I was the last one there. No one asked the right questions. Silence kept me safe. It didn't sound proud. It didn't sound ashamed either. It sounded finished, another confession. Talked about living two different lives. In public, the writer was trusted. Normal. Online, they were someone else. They didn't describe what they did, they described how easy it was. Someone asked if they ever felt guilty. The reply was simple. Why would I feel bad for being good at something? That line stayed with me. Then I saw it again. Another short post. Just one sentence. I would do it again. No justification, no fear, gone within minutes. I started wondering how many of these were fake. Experts say some probably were, but they also say something worse. Real confessions don't overshare. They avoid details, not to hide the truth, but because reliving it hurts more than admitting it exists. The last post I saw didn't describe anything at all, just one sentence on an empty page. If you're reading this, I already feel better. That post was never deleted. No one knows why, and that's when it hit me. Confession isn't about forgiveness. It isn't about punishment. It's about relief. Some people don't confess because they feel guilty. They confess because it finally lets them breathe. So here's the question that changes everything. If no one could ever trace you, if there were no consequences, what would you confess? And would you regret it?